the Labour Cup trophy for the second time. Roger Federer.
Getting rich is almost everyone's goal, but what do you do when you become a millionaire? The most famous tennis player is a millionaire, and we'll tell you exactly what Roger Federer does with all his cash. Number 6. NetJets. Before we talk about one of Roger's ventures, we need to explain the company itself. If you haven't heard of NetJets, it's basically a company that provides private jets and sells part ownership or shares as well. And because Roger has been a customer of NetJets since 2004, he decided to become an owner too. Roger said that for him, this was a great decision since it makes traveling easier. At first, he was just being sponsored by this aviation company, but after becoming a partner, he has access to guaranteed hours to a private jet at any time of the day. Number 5. The Roger Federer Foundation. For those who don't know, Roger Federer is a Swiss tennis player who is also among the highest paid athletes in the world. Just this year, he made $7.4 million through winning matches and another whopping $86 million from endorsement deals. No wonder his estimated net worth is around $450 million. Unlike other celebrities, Federer isn't as materialistic in comparison. He and his family live on a soothing Swiss lake, and much of his money goes to his nonprofit organization, the Roger Federer Foundation. You would think this foundation promotes sports and such things, since it's quite obvious what Roger is famous for, but you'd be wrong. The Roger Federer Foundation is actually focused on education. In fact, this organization works to provide some of the low-income countries with early education access. At first, when he started his nonprofit organization in 2003, he just focused on projects located in South Africa, his mother's home country. But now, he has expanded his projects to countries such as Botswana, Malawi, and Zambia. The mission of his foundation is simple, and presently, it takes care of over 1 million children. Their guiding principle is that the children should be ready for school and schools ready for the children. The COVID-19 pandemic hit everyone, especially schools. But Mr. Federer handled the situation very well and announced that he would donate about $1 million to provide meals to children and their families in Africa. How sweet is this guy? Wait till you hear number 4. Your heart will melt. His foundation's pledge was to feed over 64,000 vulnerable people affected by the horrific crisis. One way that the Federer Foundation raises funds is through the Match for Africa. These matches raised about $4 million for charity. And this isn't just any normal event. What makes it interesting is that Federer welcomes a fellow ATP Tour star, Jack Sock, and the famous Bill Gates to battle it out on the tennis court for charity. At the event, Roger said that these opportunities are great not just for raising funds, but also for spreading awareness, as children can exit poverty through access to education. Number 4. Aid for natural disasters. Roger Federer is a blessed man, and he makes sure to use his blessing for the betterment of the people, especially those in need. In 2005, he auctioned off his tennis racket to raise $40,000 for the victims of Hurricane Katrina occurring in the United States. It's no surprise that by 2006, he was named as a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. This title is usually given to philanthropists who try to make the lives of children around the world easier, and Federer fit the title word to word. Later, in 2010, an earthquake hit Haiti and left it in shambles. That's why Federer organized a tennis match specifically to raise money for this cause, called Hit for Haiti. The match was held right before the Australian Open, and the tickets were only $9.25. Despite the cheap tickets, the event raised over $200,000 for earthquake relief. If you thought that was impressive, you'll find this even more inspiring. Roger has organized several events for disaster relief, including Rally for Reified for the victims of Queensland floods. And just recently, in 2020, he took steps to help those affected by the monstrous Australian wildfires. He said, "I'll also be making a donation personally myself on Wednesday. This country has given me everything and more in the past, so it's only normal for me to help as well." He and Rafael Nadal ended up donating $172,000 towards the bushfire relief. At just the age of 39, he has done so much to give back to the people. And by the end of 2019, he had planned to donate an additional $50 million to his foundation. What an inspiration! Number 3. On shoes. It's true that Roger is a very generous man, but he's also a smart entrepreneur too. When it comes to investments, the tennis player is not one to make rash decisions. In fact, he said himself that he dreams big but plays it safe when he's talking about his biggest investment as of yet. That's some great business advice. Take note of young entrepreneurs. The said investment was towards On, a Swiss shoe company. After his relationship with Nike ended in 2018, he was ready to do something different and took his time making this decision. Federer said that he started the company everywhere on the streets and saw more and more of his friends wearing them. Later, he set up informal diners with the partners at the headquarters and decided that this would be the next venture. Sometime in July, he released the Roger with the company On. The most notable thing about the Roger shoe is that it's, well, a tennis shoe. It's made of vegan leather and uses some of On's best technology. That's why it has the iconic CloudTech soles and a soft inner sock construction that hugs the foot perfectly. Federer explained that the old-school tennis shoe was designed a long time ago and consisted of clunky, vulcanized rubber soles, and he wanted to use today's technology so that they're actually comfortable. The best part is that it's also very stylish, and you may even see him rock a pair when he gets back on the court. Despite being the oldest tennis player around, he still wants to keep going. Not only is he an investor in the company, but he will also be involved in product development, marketing, and be a representative for the brand. Number 2. The Lever Cup. Roger dabbles in a lot of professions, sports being the one he's best at. However, that doesn't mean his other ideas are half bad. The Lever Cup is a tournament named after the Australian tennis player Rod Laver, who is considered to be one of the greatest tennis players in history. Roger was inspired to come up with his tennis team tournament after the concept of the Ryder Cup golf tournament, which features the best golfers from the United States against the best golfers from Europe. It's not just him though. He partnered with Davis Cup and Jorge Paulo to make this international indoor hardcourt tournament a reality. The way the Lever Cup works is simple. Each team consists of 6 players and is led by a team captain, who is a legend of the sport. For Europe, it's Bjorn Borg, and for Team World is John McEnroe. Half the players are selected based on their ATP singles rating, and the rest are chosen by the captain at the start of the US Open. The first edition took place in 2017, and the one in 2018 gathered over 93,584 spectators. What makes all of this so exciting is the fact that the winning team gets to take home a $250,000 cash prize. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, the 4th edition of the Lever Cup could not take place this year, so it will be held in 2021 in Boston, and it's an event we're all waiting to watch. Roger seems very excited about this event because he even has the 2022 Lever Cup planned out, which will be located in London. According to the tennis star, the Lever Cup brings together the world's top players, and he's absolutely right. For hardcore tennis fans, this event is the holy grail. However, getting a ticket can be very pricey, as they start at $3,800 per person. Number 1. Team 8. Like we've said before, Federer is a man with big dreams, and in 2013, he made a huge decision that turned out to be one of his best ones. Roger joined with his agent, Tony Godsick, and 2 other American investors to form an agency called Team 8. Based in Cleveland and headed by Godsick, the agency has signed even Federer's main rivals, Juan Martín de Potro of Argentina. Even Grigor Dimitrov confirmed that he would join Team 9 soon, but that never happened since Team 8 wanted to manage a small, but iconic set of athletes instead of a lot of juniors. The company only has 3 clients: Juan Martín del Potro, Coco Gauff, and lastly, Henrik Lundqvist. The reason Federer has lots to give is that this company makes $7.3 million in just commissions, and their contract value under management is about $86 million. No wonder Roger has no problem donating millions. That's a wrap for what Roger Federer does with all his cash. Which one of these did you like the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for similar content. See you in the next one.